This video introduces JavaScript, Document Object Model, DOM tree, and demonstrates how to access the document object through browser console. JavaScript is a scripting language. The program statements of JavaScript are interpreted inside browser, and they can modify the contents and attributes of HTML elements. Let's quickly review the HTML fundamentals. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. A markup language uses tags to define elements within a document. HTML elements are made up of a start tag and an end tag. HTML attributes specify the characteristics of HTML elements, and they are placed inside the start tag. This is an example hello program in HTML. The HTML is the root element, containing the entire document. Under the root element, we have two elements: head and body. Head element contains metadata, and the body element contains the actual document data. Under head element, we have an element title, which specify a title for the document. Under body element, we have a paragraph P element which contains the text, hello. We need to open HTML documents in a browser, and here is the web document. This is the title, and this hello is the paragraph element. If you see the line number 8, we have ID equal to P1. This is an attribute, defined for paragraph element. ID attribute is used by JavaScript to uniquely identify the HTML element within the document. In HTML, we have three categories of attributes: element-specific attributes, global attributes, and event attributes. ID is an example of global attributes. Type is an example of specific attributes, and onClick is an example of event attributes. A web page is a document, and it may be viewed as HTML source, or it may be rendered in a browser window. The document source data needs to be organized in some form, so that scripting languages, such as JavaScript, can access and update the document elements. Document Object Model is an object-oriented representation of HTML source, and this representation is used by JavaScript statements to access and modify the document elements. Before we examine the DOM, let's quickly explore about trees. Theoretically, a tree can store infinite amount of leaves, provided with an infinite space. Inspired by this, in computing, we have tree data model, which consists of a root node, and subtrees with a parent node. In the field of computing, a tree is generally visualized with root on top. Storing data is one of the key applications of tree structure. To be more specific, trees are extensively used in databases, file systems, search engines, DOM, etc. In Document Object Model, tree is used to store the document elements. When a HTML page is loaded, a DOM tree is constructed in the browser memory. The tree that corresponds to this HTML document is shown here. The tree is called DOM tree. Document is the outermost element in the object hierarchy, and it has one child element, HTML. HTML element has two children, head and body. Head contains a child element title, and body has a child element paragraph. Let us explore the actual DOM tree constructed in the main memory. Open the Hello HTML file in a browser. Right-click on Browser. Open Inspect Element. And click on Console. In the console prompt, type document.childElementCount. This will return a value of 1 because the document node has only one child node. Let us list the node. Type document.childNodes. The HTML node is returned. The HTML node has two children, head and body. Let us display the count and the nodes. Document.child nodes of 0, .child element count. Document.child nodes of 0, .child nodes. The two nodes, head and body, are returned. To access the child nodes of head element, type document.child nodes of 0, .child nodes 0, .child nodes. The element title is returned. To display the child nodes of body element, type document.child nodes of 0, .child nodes of 2, .child nodes. The node paragraph is returned. To summarize, Document Object Model is a language-independent programming interface for web documents. It represents the web page as a tree, so that programs such as JavaScript can change the document structure, style, and content.